morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to make Ed's homemade bran muffins, and I'm going to give it a shot here for a YouTube upload, and I'm going to see how this works. I've tried to assemble all of the ingredients in front of me, and I'm going to assemble this as I go along. It's quite simple, actually. It just uses a lot of different ingredients for flavor and sweetness that I found after playing with this recipe that gives me the best level of taste for my taste buds anyway. And I like to have these for breakfast, and sometimes in the evening it's nice to have a taste of bran muffin. It brings that sweetness after dinner that I kind of like. Plus they're pretty good for you too, especially at my age of 71. So I've got, the first thing you got to do is to assemble your raisins. I got a little over a cup of raisins here. My recipe calls for a cup, but you know, my measurement isn't that exact, and I like a lot of raisins anyway. So I had them soaking here for a minute, but the best way to soak raisins and to get them plumped up fast is put them in the microwave for about a minute. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put them in here, set the microwave for 1 minute, and I'm going to let them go. In the meantime, I'll get back to you with the next step. Okay, I just took the raisins out of the microwave after 1 minute. I have them soaking in water here to finish them off, and they will be called for in a step down the road, so they will be sitting in the water for a few minutes as well. Don't worry about the measurements as I call them out or say what I'm doing. I'm going to post the measurements all in order with some instructions at the end of the video, so that you will have it and you can maybe have a composite of it, so that if you wish to recreate this particular recipe, you're able to do that. Okay, so the next steps that I intend to do is I intend to take 1 jumbo egg, which we buy jumbos most of the time anyway. And I'm going to take melted butter, and I'm going to place this in the mixer bowl here. And I'm going to blend this all together. And what I usually do is, my wife gave me a brand new KitchenAid for Christmas present, and so I'm going to put the egg and 1 cup of milk together and blend this in the KitchenAid, and I'm going to use the KitchenAid also for blending this mixture to make the final mixture that goes into the bran muffins itself. Okay, so I'm going to put this into the KitchenAid. That's my next step. It's on another counter, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I got it all set up in the KitchenAid. What I'm going to do is get this really blended together very nicely so I don't have any issues to contend with. I know it's well blended in the KitchenAid. Whoops, got to do one thing. Got to make sure I plug it in first so that it works. Common error. Okay, we're all plugged in. We're all set to go. Here it is. Okay, we'll be back when this is done. Okay, once the butter and the milk have been blended, you take a cup and a half of Kellogg's All-Bran cereal and just drop it in the bowl. Mix it in. Okay, it's very dry, and if you're familiar with All-Bran, it just absorbs the heck out of the liquid that's in here. And so I'm just mixing it up to make sure I get it really well mixed by hand. I will be putting it back on the KitchenAid in a little while, and when I add the other ingredients, and I'll go through all of that with you. But for now, what I wanted to do is get it, just hand mix it, get that liquid spread around, make sure you got all your All-Bran soaking in, so that you don't have any hard All-Bran stuff, and it will bake itself really down and make itself pliable so that you can use it for your cooking efforts. All right, this has got to stand for 5 minutes. After it stands for 5 minutes, we're going to start adding the other ingredients. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's been 5 minutes. Just in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it. It's brown on stainless steel, but you know it's been soaking and it's absorbed pretty much all of the liquid. So the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the other ingredients. And first thing I'm going to do is I get the a little bit, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, so we have that. Little tablespoon of cinnamon. We're going to get a little bit of salt in there. About a half a teaspoonful of salt. Don't ask me, I just know. And what we're going to do is add, we got the milk in there, this, that, and the other thing. I want to put in a tablespoonful of vanilla. I always add vanilla to everything I put in for, which is going to be baked anyway, so I like doing that. Gives it a nice little flavor. I buy most of this stuff, like the this size product over at Sam's Club, and this vanilla is so less expensive than going to a Walmart, for example, which sells things usually about 35% cheaper than most normal supermarkets. And this stuff is a lot cheaper to work and use just by volume, $4.50 versus $2.50 for a small little container of cinnamon. And when I do some baking, especially around Christmas, I use a lot of cinnamon and vanilla and things like that to go with it. And even the honey products are a lot less expensive there, stuff like that. Just for your information, because if you're a shopper, and I am, and I'm retired military, and I'm retired with the Social Security and the 401k business and all that stuff, but we're on a fixed income. Okay, nobody's rolling up to the house with a wheelbarrow full of money. So I shop. I make sure I compare and I get the best prices for the quality products that are available. Just like mostly every other American out there, I suppose. Okay, so we're going to add this. We're going to add 1 cup of whole wheat flour. That goes in here as well. We're going to add a tablespoonful of baking soda. I'm using the half teaspoon because I got the tablespoon wet with the vanilla, so I use a teaspoonful, and that brings it in very nicely. We can add the raisins. I'm going to drain them in this little drainer here. And we'll add the raisins to this. And now this is the time also, if you wish, to add fruit. If you want to add fruit, like applesauce or real chopped apples, shredded apples, mashed bananas, things like that, you can add them. I've done that before. But my favorite is raisins. I really like raisins, and so I'm doing that. I'm going to add a half a cup of honey. This is my sugar. So this is what I'm doing here, is a half a cup of honey. Get that in here. And that provides all the sugar that we need, except for one more thing I'm going to do. Actually, I'm putting in about a half a cup of brown sugar. And a tiny bit of molasses will go in here as well. So, and again, like I say, I buy this honey from Sam's Club, and I have a hard time, unfortunately, if you're a youngster and you're doing these things, it's a lot easier. I happen to have a lot of arthritis in my hands and my knuckles, and stuff like that. So squeezing stuff and getting it to go is a little more difficult for me. Looks like I'll have to pick up another jar of honey next month when I'm cooking, so I want to get this out. Thing about honey, it's very sticky, and I really am the kind of person that tries to get everything out of it out of the dish so that we can use it all. But I like honey. You know, I've been known to just take the honey and kind of put a finger in there sometimes because it's nice. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of molasses. And we're going to have that, just a tiny bit, maybe, I don't know how to express this, maybe a couple of tablespoonfuls of molasses. That gives some nice dark flavor to everything. And I'm going to put in a little bit of brown sugar. Okay, I have some brown sugar over here. And what I'm going to do is put a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. I double pack it, one in a Ziploc zippered bag, and also it's snapped together in the bag that it comes from. And the reason I do that is I try to keep the moisture out of it. And I do keep plenty of unopened bags in supply, and I try to get a packed cup like that to go in here. So that's what we do. And then just the reseal job after you're finished. I got the whole wheat, I got the milk, I got the egg, I got the raisins. Not sure what else much more I can put in here. Anybody can do whatever they want if they choose. It's flexible in terms of what you like and what you can do. But I like this kind of a mixture, and I'm just going to give it a little blend over here. And then what I'm going to do is put it in the KitchenAid and let it kind of try to get everything together and do it that way. Here's my raisins. They have moisture on them. They will add moisture to the recipe. We're going to give this a shot. Okay, I'm going to set up the KitchenAid, get this rolling. We'll come back to you with the mixture. Hopefully it'll be ready to go, and I'll be setting up the cupcake pan or muffin pan or whatever you guys want to call it. Okay, we'll catch you in a minute. All right, we just concluded the mixing. I just want to give you a shot at what this looks like in here. But you got a nice smooth batter when you put it up on a mixer or a KitchenAid or whatever you want to use. And I follow the use of the KitchenAid. I'm still new using it. But I know that you don't put a batter that's heavy like this on anything higher than speed 2. And number 1 is a stirring speed, and I generally like to very much follow their directions. I don't want to mess it up. I've messed up so many things, tools, machinery in my time, that this one's so nice that I'm afraid to push it beyond its capability and limits. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Good batter. Could make a meal out of the batter alone. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I like to, cake batters and stuff. And I know they say, oh, don't eat the flour. frankly, I like to eat the flour right out after it's all made into a batter. It tastes real good. So I got a nice thick batter. You can see it sticks right to the spoon. That's what you're going to have. And next step we're going to do is we're going to grease up this cooking sheet. And this one is kind of interesting because they say you really don't need it, but I do it anyway. This is made by USA Pan, okay? And it's American made, actually. I bought it off of Amazon.com. I was looking at Calphalon and the other brands that are out there and Farberware and all these other companies, and I saw this and I said, oh boy, American made, and I went to their website and I researched their website, and I investigated, and it is indeed American made. It's made by an old company that makes products for commercial bakers and restaurants and things like that, and they have a consumer line, and this is their consumer line. And so I picked this up, and I've been using it, and it's really good. So I started buying bread pans because I like to make homemade bread, and I have a nice cookie sheet also. So I kind of feel better about buying American and doing it this way. I really feel I'm getting a really good product here, and I'm just spraying this with a little canola oil cooking spray. It's all-purpose, and it'll help remove it. If you want, you can use those cupcake papers and stuff and put everything in there if you want, and that will do the same thing, okay? But I'm just going to put these in here, and hopefully they'll all fall out, and I'll put them on a device like this so that I can cool them all down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of fill these up. I'm going to try to see if I can get just 12 out of this recipe, and I hope I've done it before, and I should have, unless I made too much, which has happened. So that's what we're doing. I forget I'm on camera, so I'm blocking the view of my pouring them in here. So, and but basically that's it. So, well, I guess Super Bowl weekend is coming up pretty soon, and everybody's got their favorite teams. My favorite team isn't in there this year, but that's all right. That's okay. It's college basketball season, so I'm really enjoying that. It's very exciting. As a matter of fact, I'm a big fan of women's college basketball, and they tend to play in a more traditional manner than the men, who are very athletic, and it's unbelievable what these guys can do athletically and how they participate. And but the women, they actually make plays. They actually pass the ball more. They run down the court. They just don't run and gun. The good ones like UConn, Duke, Tennessee, they really move the ball around very nicely. And you really see old-fashioned basketball being played. So, okay. As I'm doing this, I don't want them over-packed, but I'm just letting it sit in here. I've turned the oven up to 400 degrees, and so we got that going on with the oven, and hopefully that will be ready shortly. And I'm getting 12 out of it. I did the right thing this time too. So last time I made more, and I had to get another tin in order to finish it off. So, but this worked out good. Can't complain. So, getting good at this stuff, and so working out good. All right, I'm going to take a break. Got to let the puppy outside. She's my sous chef, and she's wagging her tail here, and she wants to go out and play ball, and that's what I'm going to do while I wait for that oven to come up temperature. All right, we'll catch you in a little while. Come on. Okay, taking a little rest here. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but come on over here. This is my dog, Dixie. She's been a friend of ours for 4 years now, and she's 4 years old, raised her from a puppy. And one of the things I like to do with Dixie is I feed her a banana every day at lunchtime, and she really enjoys it. And it's very hard to keep Dixie nice and trim. So one of the easiest things for me to do is to feed her fruit. She likes her apples and she likes her bananas. And you can see she's a real lady and trying to take it out of my hand. She's really good at that. And she looks forward every day to having a treat at lunchtime. And so this will do it. And as you can see, she really enjoys her banana. And she would like to have another one, but we like to keep her on a diet. Okay, that's it for now, and I'm going to be bringing up, show you the muffin tin in a minute. All right, I've got the muffin tin already loaded over here. I wanted to give you an eyeball. This is basically what it should look like. I'm going to put these in the oven now at 400 degrees, and I'm going to let them go for about 20 minutes. And actually, this thing weighs a lot. Must weigh about 5 pounds with all the ingredients, the whole wheat and the all bran all together. So they're pretty hefty. And I'm going to set a timer up here on the microwave for 20 minutes. Oh. And I'm going to check them again with a toothpick after this is done. And what I'm going to do is see if a toothpick comes out fairly clean. See ya. All right, it's time to take these out of the oven and give them a test. Hope they're done. I'm going to stand back here and let the heat just go up. And I feel okay, I felt that. They look pretty good. Okay, got a nice view of this. I'll just leave the oven on and keep the heat going. And I got a toothpick over here. Let's give it a shot. And it's clean. Well, at least that one is. Let's check one on the other end. Yep, they're done. Okay, so I'm going to shut off the oven here, and I'm going to put them in a position where they can sit for a while and cool down. By the way, this is my rainbow trout mitt that I got. That's one of my passions, is fly fishing for trout in the Rocky Mountains. So lived for many years in New Mexico, and I'm living now in Texas, which I enjoy very, very much. Texas is a great place. The economy here is unlike anywhere else in the United States. It's really doing very well. The people are wonderful people. So I got these. They look pretty good. They got that nice little crown top on them. I guess that's really from the baking soda and the thorough mixing with the KitchenAid. So once I get these to cool down in about a half an hour, I'm going to try one and give you an opportunity to take a look at a finished product. Okay, we'll touch base in a minute. Okay, they've been sitting here for 30 minutes. Let's see them. They're nice. Yeah, they're done. See, look how nice and easy they come out. Really good. Really good. Very simple. And, you know, you can put them up here if you want. But look at that. They just, I'm telling you, this U.S. pan stuff is the best thing going. American made, too. Nice thing about it. Okay, let's take a look. It's still a little on the warm side. I got them over here. You can see what they look like with the raisins and everything in them. They look pretty good to me. I'm just going to put a little butter on it. It's, well, it's fake butter. It's, I can't believe it's something or other, or whatever it is. And I'm going to give it a try. Not bad. Pretty darn good. Yeah, I like it. Glass of milk. One of these, nice breakfast. But I got to watch myself. I could easily knock off 2 of these without any problem, but of course that's bad. I'm 71 years old, and got to watch my weight, everything else, but these are really tasty. They're good. I think you're going to like them if you have an opportunity to make them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post that recipe for you. I'm going to let it stay up for about 20 or 30 seconds, so if you want to do so, stop your video and copy it and put it down, you can take a look at it. They're really good. It makes a dozen. They're very nice. They've got a nice little sweetness, but not over sweetness. You can taste the honey, you can taste the molasses, you can taste a little bit of brown sugar. Raisins are a good touch for it. And not bad for an old retired military guy who has nothing better to do in his life but cook, okay? As soon as it warms up in the mountains, we're going to take off and go fly fishing. So this is good for the colder weather months until spring thaws, and we're going to go from there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to flash up the recipe for you, and may all your cooks be happy ones and enjoy yourself. This is Ed, and we're saying take care and be good. Bye-bye.